Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I bet you are wanting to go on a vacation after being stuck in your house all year due to COVID. Well, so did I. And it turns out that Orlando is still open for business. Most of the places that you can visit are in fact open. So this video is going to be about uh, things you can do besides going to the major theme parks. Since I've been there, so this vacation, I concentrated on doing something else. So, like I said, if you like this type of information, please give me a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to at least 1,000 subscribers. So let's get going. Okay. So first of all, I am staying in a place called Club Wyndham Star Island, and this accommodations was courtesy of the Wyndham Corporation for sitting through one of these 90-minute timeshare presentations. They'll give you a receipt for a 1 week vacation here. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you go about getting one of these timeshare presentations, but if they offer you a week, it actually works out. Or another little secret hint is that this certificate is actually offered by something called resortcerts.com. And if you just want to outright buy one of these certificates, you can do so. I believe the current price is $600 for a week, which is less than $100 a day. And that allows you to use these, what are normally timeshare condos. And I found that this is a little bit nicer than a hotel because it does come up with a full kitchenette, and it's got like doors and walls and bedrooms, and it's more like a condo rather than a hotel, which is just a rectangular box where the only wall is for your bathroom, right? So, and this particular resort, they have like their own um, driving range, for example, and a little putting green. So if you like the golf, they have that. There's also a little mini golf thing for the kiddies, and they have many different pools, and they have a bar and entertainment at night. So it's kind of like a cruise ship that's land based. Just something I was looking for because I couldn't go cruising anymore. But here, you know, they don't feed you and they don't have entertainment. But I went and I checked out these other places that will entertain you and will feed you. Okay, so let's go over the places that I visited. So first of all, one thing I wanted to show you was that this is the bus system that's around here. One of the experiments I was trying to do was to see whether it's at all practical to take the local bus service. So the fares are $2 to get on the bus, but there's an app that you can load for this system, and you can therefore pay for your rides on the app and your credit card rather than carrying around a wad of dollar bills. Now, the only problem here is that to get anywhere, it takes about an hour and a half. So, and that's for some place that would take an Uber like 16 minutes to reach, right? So, if you've got plenty of time to kill, then you can try to take the bus, but it's just a lot longer. But it's cheap, okay? So the first place I visited was a place called the Museum of Military History. So this is a fairly small museum. Probably, if you don't take the guided tour, it'd probably take you about, maybe 15, 20 minutes to see everything there is to see in this. So when I got there, I did get I was in time for a guided tour, and I think that would make your visit much longer and much more enjoyable. And you would in fact find out that all the history, starting from whenever, is all wrong. Okay, they say, yeah, you think it was this, no, it's completely different. So, but that is the Museum of Military History. Then I went to a place called the Medieval Times Dinner and Tournament. So if you ever want to see some actual knights in jousting, that's what this would be. So you line up outside the castle like you're storming the castle, and they let you into this gigantic hallway, and then you just kind of roam around there, buy their trinkets and drinks. It's like a bar there until you are called. They give you a different colored crown, and you get to join one of the six, I don't know, kingdoms of a different color. So I was like the yellow kingdom, and we cheered for the yellow knight and stuff like that. And they put you in this very, very long arena, and they have the horses running back and forth. And I was kind of wondering when they were going to do the jousting, but that did come towards the end. And there is, in fact, some real wood flying when they actually hit the shields, and there's some fake falling and stuff like that. But if you like horses, this is quite the presentation. It's just a little bit hard to understand what they're saying. The PA system is terrible there. Okay. So another thing. So there's a place called Icon Park, and it has a bunch of these museums here. So I went to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and my only comment in there is that, aside from a lot of like misshapen cows with two heads or whatnot, there didn't seem to be, I don't know, kind of the volume of exhibits that you would think there were. I mean, one of the exhibits was just people writing in to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and that just didn't seem to be the kind of thing that I was interested in. And but they have like the tallest guy there and stuff like that. But that's Ripley's, right? And let's see here, another place called Wonderworks. So this is kind of a strange place in that it's actually I would classify it as a science museum because it has basically a lot of the same science experiments. They have like the Tesla coil, you can stick your hand in it and watch the sparks go to your hand, or they have pulleys you can pull yourself up on. They have bubbles. So it's kind of a science museum, but they do include some other things you would not find at your science museum, which were more like amusement parks, which is that they have a full-on ropes course there. So and they have this 4D simulator thing where they it's like two-person simulator, and they flip you upside down and turn you around and that sort of thing. And that's included. They also have a laser tag and a 4D theater. So you get those extra things past the Science Museum type things. All right, so that's Wonderworks. And also in Icon Park is Madame Tussauds Wax Museum and SeaLife. And typically you would buy a combo package for any of the different attractions that are at there. So typically there's SeaLife, there's the big wheel, and there's Madame Tussauds. So you can buy that whole package, but I only bought Madame Tussauds and SeaLife. So Madame Tussauds, have the wax figures. My only comment there is that, there actually just weren't that many wax figures, given that they've been in business for so long. I would think that, for example, they had like a statue of Jennifer Aniston, but, they could have had a whole, the whole Friends crew there or something like that. But I just expected to see more celebrities, I guess. They have a nice section for, say superheroes. You can stand next to Wonder Woman. And it's interesting that there's no barriers between you and the figures. I mean, if you wanted to slap them in the face, you could, but you're not supposed to, right? So you should respect that so that they don't have to put these figures behind, a rope or something. Yeah, you can go right up to them. So that is one interesting thing about that. And the SeaLife Aquarium. So I would rate that as, on the smaller scale of aquariums. But they have some interesting things. Like you can walk through aquariums and things like that. But both SeaLife and Madame Tussauds probably you don't need to spend more than, say, an hour and a half to 2 hours, say, seeing both of those, because neither of them are really, that large. It's not something you'd spend a day on. Okay, now going on to more dinner theaters. See, this is where I'm reproducing my cruise experience by getting dinner and theater at the same time. So I went to this. This was called SleuthS, and they just put on a little skit, I would say. It was not really, I don't know, full on theater. It was like a lot of improv. And the interesting thing is that they do their little skit, and then they ask the audience to ask questions of the cast characters and to get clues, and then at the end you're supposed to solve the clue. Now, to me personally, I didn't think there was enough clues to conclusively say which character really did it, so it was a little bit disappointing in that. And it's not dramatic great theater or anything like that, but the food is good, and it keeps you entertained, so I wasn't bored. So that is SleuthS. Now, one other random thing I did is that whenever you go on a cruise, you always go walk down to the random vendors that happen to be there. And if you want to do that, you can go to the flea market here. And they have like 400 booths. They're all selling exactly the same t-shirts and keychains and Disney stuff. In fact, if you want any Disney stuff, it's like every 500 feet, there's like a gift shop that's selling exactly that same stuff. But if you want to go and see stuff like that, they sell like clothes and, I don't know, luggage, stuff in flea markets. You could go here. And finally, we have another dinner theater here. See, I'm seeing all the dinner theaters. This is Capone's, and what they do is that this is like a roaring 20s kind of thing, and they have like a limited cast. I think they have like maybe 6 or 7 people in the cast, but they have a lot of waiters who are serving you the food. Originally, before COVID, this was a buffet, but now it's like a sit-down Italian restaurant. You order your food, and I thought the service was very good and the food was very good. And the show was a little bit hard to hear what they're saying because they're all wearing masks. And just like with SleuthS, it's not grand theater. It's just some light entertainment, I would say. And so that is Capone. So that will do it for tonight, for now. So I've been here. I only have one more day in my vacation Saturday, and I'm going to be visiting Gatorland, and there's a Pirates adventure. Oh, I almost forgot. Today I did go on a fishing trip to Clearwater, and that's a long ways away. That's like 2 hours from where I am here in Kissimmee. And they had a very nice van that had a movie theater and Wi-Fi to pick us up and take us to the beach. We got there around 9:30, so we had time to I just walked up and down the beach. Then lunch was included at a place called Krabby's, and I had a nice cod sandwich there, and that was included in the price. So I thought that was a good deal. Then we went on the fishing adventure, and that everything's included, and I think everybody managed to catch some fish, and you can get your fish cleaned, and you can give them whatever you feel is appropriate for the number of fish you brought back. And then it was another long trip, another 2 hours back to my hotel, so I can give you this report today. Okay, sorry, it's a little bit long, but these are the kind of things that you can check out if you don't necessarily want to go to all the major theme parks. So, like I said, if you like this information, please give me a like. Please consider subscribing and press notify if you want to see when the next time I post my videos. Until then, ta-ta.